What is up, everybody? We are here at DCI. This is episode number 12. I am Jayson Dardick. I am here with big, sexy Bradley Crenshaw.
12 already?
12 already.
Dang.
A dozen episodes.
Dang, that's like the GOAT number, right?
That is the GOAT number. That's exactly right. Episode 12, our Tom Brady episode.
Tom Brady.
Man, that's awesome. I know last week, if you guys, before I get started, if you will like and subscribe to our channel, that way you don't miss out on any fresh DCI content.
Nobody wants to like and subscribe to this channel.
I know. Everyone says they're going to do it. But
Just scroll right on by.
I know. Do it. Come on. I dare you.
Or as Connor would say, dude, bet.
Dude, bet. Like and subscribe, bro. Got to get our media guys. They do a great job. Show them some love and like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Come on, we appreciate it. Last week in episode 11, we took a look at singles versus wax pricing. We took a look at the Mavs Western Conference Finals, the end of the Mavs run versus the Warriors. We also took a look at some current happenings in the hobby, some redemption issues that we're experiencing with the supply chain, as well as a little legal issue with CeeDee Lamb not getting his redemptions filled for Leaf. Just a quick update on that story. CeeDee Lamb did fulfill his obligation and he did sign those cards, sent them back into Leaf.
That's because he watched our podcast show.
That's exactly right. I think we pressured him into it. Good on you, CeeDee Lamb, but also good for Leaf for holding those guys accountable.
Yes, they all should be held accountable.
That's exactly right. Like, that lawsuit got dropped pretty quickly, so it's nice to see, kind of a good resolve there. This week, I think we'll focus a little bit more on the NBA playoffs. We got the finals, the Celtics and the Warriors for the first time since Bill Russell versus Wilt Chamberlain. I know that's a little more your I think, were those guys –
Don't even.
I was going to say, were those your favorite players?
Those are the 70s. I was born in the late 70s, but come on, man.
Man, those were your idols growing up. Mr. Bill Russell, come on now. I like this.
I didn't even watch the guy play. Although he is from Monroe, Louisiana, where I originally grew up at. So I do love Bill Russell for sure.
Bill Russell is the GOAT of basketball. And if you're going just by titles, I know people like to use the title argument. Jordan's got 6. Bill Russell's got 11.
He don't even have enough.
He doesn't have enough fingers.
Yeah.
You've seen that picture?
Did you see the post, though, that I made the other day on the GOAT stuff? That I wish I could go back in time and tell Michael Jordan to focus on stats rather than winning, since that seems to be what the debate's all about for the GOAT.
That's right.
Right? I mean, that's what everybody wants to compare with LeBron James and Michael Jordan all the way.
Michael Jordan. Well, I think I do think that Bill Russell is often kind of forgotten in that discussion for the stats were ridiculous, but then if you want to make the championships argue, like that dude's lapping everybody.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to the NBA Finals. Celtics knocked off the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll take on the Golden State Warriors. We got Jayson Tatum versus Steph Curry. Which of those two guys do you prefer, just as a fan?
You know who I'm going with. Steph Curry all the way. I love the brand. I love that guy. I love to watch him play. I'm not a Jayson Tatum fan. I mean, especially, did you see the picture that he posted?
I did.
Of the Kobe, with the trophy in between his legs. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that was kind of, to be quite honest, kind of douchey.
I agree. I think the honoring Kobe and like how that's his guy, right? I totally understand that. I think the fact that the text went public, right, from him is like the way that's like, hey, look at me, I'm doing this, is the thing that kind of rubs people the wrong way. The text itself doesn't bother me, but just making it go public or, not really doing it for the right reason, I guess.
Yep. But Golden State wins in 6, by the way.
Golden State in 6. I was just going to say, what's your prediction?
Golden State in 6.
Golden State in 6. Okay, so fun fact, though, the last 3 teams to eliminate Jimmy Butler the last 3 seasons have gone on to win the title. So you don't think that holds true for the Celtics this year?
It does not. They're playing against the Golden State Warriors and a guy named Steph Curry on the other side. Nah. All game. 6.
I want to tie this back into cards just a little bit. Staying on the Steph Curry, Jayson Tatum topic. If you were to say, hey, I'm going to make an investment in one of those two guys, is right now the time to buy their cards? Right before the finals run? No. You don't think so?
No.
Even if you're confident that the Warriors are going to win in 6?
No. It's one of those things. It's just like, people buy right before, because what I find a lot of times in this hobby, and I get a kick out of it, especially when I'm scrolling through, social media, I've started noticing the people now that we're inching right up to football season. Now it's, I'm buying Josh Allen's, I'm buying Justin Herbert's, and it's because they don't want to do that early on investing, and so they're waiting down to the last minute to do that. Well, you're going to pay a premium for doing that.
Absolutely.
The way if you're going to do the investments on the flips, you got to do them. You got to think ahead of the game, and that all comes down to most people is they don't have the cash flow to be able to sit on it.
Sure. And
so they have to wait until the last minute so they can buy it and then flip it. And those are the things in the hobby that I don't like. It's people are constantly trying to make that quick flip and make that, quick cash flip rather than the collecting and enjoying the card. But no, don't buy Curry, Tatum, any of those guys at this present moment.
Right.
Because you're going to pay a premium for it. Look at Joe Burrow last year.
100%.
I mean, everybody had the FOMO of trying to buy Joe Burrow right before he goes into the Super Bowl because he's, going to win this, the title, so they thought.
Right.
And, I'm a Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow.
Absolutely.
Being an LSU Tiger,
He's the best.
I love Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But there was no way that I was going to touch his cards. His pricing, once they lost, dropped like 40%. I mean, it fell off. We even had the conversation with one of our customers in here who was trying to sell me an NT, and I asked him what he wanted for that, and he told me like $85,000, and I can go pound sand.
That's right.
I'm paying $85,000 for that card. You can pick up the card now for like $40,000.
That's exactly right.
And it dropped off. Never buy the card during the hype. You're going to lose every single time.
So, and from that perspective, you would have rather looked ahead at this season pre-NBA, let's just say preseason, said, hey, I really like the makeup of the Warriors roster. I like how the East is going to shape up for the Celtics this year. That's when you should be buying hey, here's the Steph Curry at his lowest offseason price, no matter what, even if they make the playoffs, whatever. If he does anything, that's when you capitalize on that flip.
Yep. I'm buying basketball in a month, maybe 2. That's when I start to buy basketball. So like Luka, we've talked about Luka so many times on the show. Huge. I love Luka. I'm a Mavs fan.
Yep.
But now in this next 1 month to 2 month window is really going to tell the tale on our previous conversations about the manipulation of the market. If his prices do not drop by a significant amount, then and it should be a complete flag to let you know that everything is being held up on the higher end markets on some of those players. So the manipulation of the market, the people are they going to keep pushing those numbers up on Luka, or are they going to allow them to go to a true market value? Right. Because the Mavs aren't winning a title until they get some help around Luka.
Correct.
But now is, in my opinion, would be a great time to buy Luka as you wait and see what happens if the Mavs go out and spend the money and get the players around them. And that's how you go about the investing side of it. And then, you're buying Luka and you're holding him for a year or two and you're waiting to see whether or not if they make that run. But I'm expecting those prices to drop. And if they don't, you manipulation people of the market, it should be obvious.
Right. So let me ask you this. As a collector, do you take into account, as we get into the cash flow type of thing, do you take into account when you're buying a card if it is going to be a true investment for you and like how long you're going to hold it? Like what would you qualify in terms of time an investment? Like if you were going to hold a card for, what amount of time is it to consider it a flip versus an investment, if that makes sense? Like,
I mean, to me, an investment. I'm a long-term hold investment guy.
Right.
I'm not a day trader.
And obviously, if you're investing correctly, every investment should be a flip, right? But if I think that the terminology is what your plan is with that particular card. Maybe
I guess the big thing that there's so many people in the hobby now that will literally show up at a show and they'll buy, and then they're turning around and they're flipping those cards at the show immediately.
Right.
And I'm all about people making money. But what happened to the joy of the hobby? It's turned into, like we talked about earlier, a
business.
Just a business.
Right.
And so, I mean, I guess to each his own.
Sure.
But I'm not a go and buy and flip and sell and trade, and I'm not doing all that. I mean, I'm a buy guy because I believe in that guy. Put him up, sit on him, wait, and allow that card to increase in value over time.
So you're more of the philosophy of the time is what is going to make those cards jump rather than a hot start to a season, something like that.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, as far as the in truly investing side of things go, and the high end auction side of things, we have a couple really nice basketball cards coming to auction. One of which is running at PWCC with our friends Brock and Jesse. It's going to be the Luka Doncic National Treasures RPA. It's the Emerald. Numbered 5 of 5. That's correct. Another one, and another big card that's going to be going to auction is going to be a 1997 Kobe Bryant Precious Metal Gems. It's going to be the red, number 200, and it's actually a copy that was autographed in person and authenticated by Kobe. And the autograph grade is a 9. So the authentic grade on the Precious Metal Gem card itself, and a 9 grade on the autograph. A really, really important piece of modern basketball, with the Luka kind of falling in that ultra modern grail category. Which of those two would you prefer to have in your portfolio? The ultra modern grail, the Luka National Treasures, or the Kobe Precious Metal Gems?
Well, I'm a GOAT guy.
That's right.
I believe in long-term investing in the GOATs, or a safe way to play, on the card side of things. I am a Mavs fan, and I am a Luka fan. So that's a tough one.
It is
to be completely honest, that is a tough one, because I think Kobe's value still has a long way to go, because in my rankings in basketball, and we're about to see some people go to hating on this comment.
That's right.
I'm about to tell you, it's Jordan 1 and Kobe 2.
Absolutely.
In my book. I believe Kobe is the closest thing to Michael Jordan. And LeBron, I still have LeBron in my top 5, but he is not number 2 for me at all. So I believe Luka has the ability to really put up really good stats.
Totally.
I don't see Luka ever putting together the championships like your Jordan and Kobe did. And so that long term could hurt his legacy. And I don't see the Mavs getting rid of Luka, because he is the face, just like Dirt Nowitzki was when he was there.
100%.
And so I just don't. It's a tough one, because I do like that National Treasures 5 of 5 Luka. If I was going to buy a Luka card, that would be the one that I would want to buy. As a matter of fact, I have those 2 cards already on my watch list that I've noted down, because when PWCC put up the premieres preview, I've already been through the sheets and tried to figure out exactly what I wanted to go buy. And those were 2 that I had marked down.
Yep.
Because I like both of those cards. I think they're both great cards. I'm also not a huge fan of aftermarket autographs.
100%.
So that's kind of a deter for me on the Kobe card. I believe the Precious Metal Gems is a super rare card. I believe it's something that's sought after, but I also believe that phase is going to go by the wayside, and something new is going to take its place. Just like you saw, people went after the Kabooms, and people went after the
Gold
modern
prisms,
and that stuff's kind of dipped a little bit too. So, being that it's a on-card auto number to 5, true rookie.
Yep.
I'm going to buy the Luka. Is what I'm going to buy over that particular Kobe card. Now, if that Kobe card was if you were comparing the Topps Chrome Refractor Black Label,
Yep.
to the Luka, I'm going to take the Topps Chrome Black Label,
Yep.
Kobe Bryant over the Luka. But I'm just not the Precious Metal Gems card. I'm just not as keen on as I would be the Topps Chrome Refractor Black Label. Versus the Luka National Treasure. So I believe the Luka National Treasures could be a big play down the road. If he goes and wins a title or two, they get some help around him, Mavs start making a run, I believe Luka's going to be up there in your top. If he stays healthy, Luka will be in your top 5 in a lot of categories.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of his career, which will drive his prices up.
Totally.
But on the same note, if the prices are currently propped up now, how much higher can they go? And so that's another scared factor. So when I say I would buy the Luka, it's because I like Luka.
Right.
But on the same note, I also tell you guys, it's kind of like playing fantasy football, and fantasy sports don't go with your heart, on that sort of stuff. So your better bet is probably the Kobe. But I would buy the Luka just because I like Luka, and it's such a short printed card. And I would be willing to just take that run. And you're probably not going to make much money off the card. And that's because of the prices being as high as they are right now.
And that leads me to the next question. What do you think it's worth? What do you think a Luka National Treasures to 5?
What I think it's worth or what I think it's going to go for?
Well, both. What do you think it's worth and what do you think it's going to go for?
Realistically, there is no reason that Luka card should ever, even numbered to 5, should ever top. It shouldn't go over 500,000. It should not.
Based on Luka's performance.
Correct. And here's where I'm gonna go with that on. PWCC sold a Patrick Mahomes Black National Treasures, which is numbered to 5 also. Okay. In a BGS 9 with a 10 auto.
Yep.
They sold that card back during season this last year. The card sold for $630,000. Patrick Mahomes has won a Super Bowl.
Right.
Luka has not. So you tell me why that card should ever even get to 600.
Right.
It should be below that. It should be 500 or below. I mean, to be honest with you, that's where it should be, below 500.
Now, where do you think it ends up?
It's going to go for $1 million.
You think $1 million north?
It's gonna push close to that. It's
crazy.
I think it is, and I think it's going to be run up by some Luka collectors that have some other investments in the Luka side of things, that they're going to push that price up.
Yep.
It's going to get pushed up.
And how about the Kobe?
The Kobe, I bet you the Kobe goes for somewhere around $700,000.
And the Kobe is unique, and I don't think there's as much market manipulation around that type of stuff as there is in the high end Luka, the high end Mahomes, the modern prospect type stuff. That Kobe is just extremely rare and unique, and so I think you're right. The safer play is going to be that Kobe, but the upside on the Luka is almost too hard to ignore.
100%.
Yep. So, that's a really interesting kind of debate, whether you would have the ultra modern Grail or the Grail, the true collector's Grail, which would be that Kobe Bryant Precious Metal Gems versus the, investor's Grail, if you will.
See, I just love RPAs.
And the NT-RPA.
That's the thing. I love RPAs, and I love National Treasure RPAs. Even though there's a lot of debate that it's not game worn or game used or whatever, that the flawless is, I just can't get on board with the flawless.
And why is that? Why is the?
I guess it's probably, when I look at the flawless card, I look at it based on the way that they number the back of those cards. There's no true number, so to me, it almost feels like it's an insert version of their rookie. And then I'm just not a huge fan of the way that they do their patch windows and things along those lines. I like the big
window, chunky patch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Those are really cool. And game used obviously makes them even better.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest with you, I honestly don't care if it's game worn, game used, player worn. I don't care as long as it's a pretty patch. Don't be giving me a
Napkin
product
patch
that cost $20,000 a case with a solid white patch or red patch or something along those lines. So.
That's interesting. Well, I agree. I think RPAs are definitely have become that like flag. If you're going to get a rookie card of a player, that's the highest end of that rookie set that you can get is going to be that RPA. And so it'll be interesting to see where those auctions finish up. A couple of big ones finishing up here shortly. I think that's all we've got for today. That's it.
Man, that was short.
Thanks for checking us out, guys.
Who put together this content?
Man, I know I'm going to have to get on our media team.
I mean, what have they been doing?
Not a lot. I just filming videos of them hanging out in Cabo.
Cabo.
That's right.
What's going on in Cabo?
Man, I was just going to say, we've got a promotion going. If you send in some cards for Raw Card Review, we'll do them for you, and you are entered. Every single card will give you an entry into our Cabo giveaway.
It's given away at the end of this month, guys. June 30th is the last day to get those cards submitted. Every single card gets you one entry, so everybody has a chance to win as long as you send at least one card.
That's right.
So
send them on in, guys. We're looking forward to it. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, I'm Jayson.
Big Sexy out.
Thanks, guys.